Appearances are deceiving. Why do so many modest-looking Japanese people enjoy perverted media? Sounds strange, but it's surprisingly common in Japan. Someone who's quiet, polite, and reserved may secretly love explicit manga or videos. They don't talk about it. They don't show it. But behind the surface, desire is quietly alive. In Japan, being good on the outside is often more important than being honest inside. You keep it hidden. You keep it quiet. And you learn to live in two layers: the public face and the private truth. This isn't about lying. It's about surviving in a culture that values harmony over expression. So when you meet someone in Japan who seems pure or innocent, ask yourself, is it the whole story? Or is there more beneath the silence? The culture of Tatemae and Honne. In Japan, people often live with two versions of themselves. One is shown to others. The other is kept deep inside. These are called Tatemae and Honne. Tatemae means the face you show in public, polite, respectful, proper. Honne is your true feeling, what you really think or want. And they are not always the same. In fact, they often contradict each other. This cultural habit starts early, from school to workplace. You learn not to speak your mind. You learn to blend in, not to stand out. In relationships, this split continues. Desire is rarely discussed. You don't say, "I want this." Instead, you smile and stay silent. But silence doesn't mean the desire is gone. It just hides better. This gap between outside and inside is where the idea of Mutturi Sukebe begins. What is Mutturi Sukebe? Mutturi Sukebe is a uniquely Japanese phrase. It describes someone who looks quiet and serious, but hides strong sexual thoughts inside. They don't flirt. They don't joke about sex. They act proper, modest, even shy. But secretly, they consume adult media, explore fantasies, or have intense desires. They say nothing, but feel everything. And that contrast is the key. It's not about being fake. It's about keeping the private world private. In Western culture, being sexy means being open and confident. But in Japan, it can mean hiding it completely. The more silent you are, the more shocking your inner life may be. That's why people say, the quiet ones are the scariest. In Japan, that's often true, especially in bed. The role of shame and silence. In Japan, talking about sex openly can feel shameful. Even between close friends or married couples, it's rare to speak directly. There's a deep cultural belief. Modesty is good. Silence is better. From a young age, people are taught to avoid embarrassment. Don't say too much. Don't show too much. Keep your desires private. That includes sexual desire. So even when people feel it, they rarely express it. They laugh it off. They hide it. They let fiction speak instead through manga, games, or jokes. This doesn't mean they're repressed. It means expression is indirect. Shame and silence are not barriers. They are filters. They shape how desire appears quiet, but still alive. In Japan, what's hidden isn't gone. It's just whispered instead of shouted. Fantasy as a safe outlet. When real-life expression is difficult, fantasy becomes a safe space. In Japan, this idea is everywhere. Sexual desire doesn't disappear. It just moves into manga, anime, games, and stories. You'll find characters with exaggerated features, strange scenarios, even taboo themes. But no one is shocked. It's understood as fiction. A place where rules don't apply. Where desires can be explored without shame or risk. For many, this becomes a quiet escape. Real intimacy might feel hard, awkward, or mendokusai. But in fiction, there's control, imagination, and no judgment. This doesn't mean people prefer fantasy over reality. It means fantasy provides relief, a pressure valve. And when society values silence, fiction starts to speak the words people can't. Not just men, women, and hidden desire. When you hear secret pervert, do you picture a man? In Japan, that's only half the story. Many women, too, keep their desires quietly hidden. They might love romance manga with wild fantasies, or follow spicy fanfiction in anonymous blogs, but they rarely talk about it in public. Why? because being modest is still expected. A woman who openly expresses desire may be judged. So instead, she reads, imagines, and stays silent. She becomes a Mutturi Sukebe, too. A quiet type with a loud inner world. This isn't repressed. It's creative. It's a way to protect yourself from social pressure. But here's the question. If women around you seem calm and innocent, could they also be hiding something deeper? Group norms and private escape. In Japan, fitting in is everything. From school to work, people learn to follow the group. Don't stand out. Don't speak up. Harmony matters more than honesty. So, people adjust. They smile, nod, and go with the flow. But inside, they need space. A place where they can be themselves. That's where private fantasies come in. In a world full of social pressure, the private mind becomes a secret refuge. There, people can desire without fear, imagine without judgment, and break the rules without anyone knowing. This split between the outside face and the inner world is not a flaw. It's how many Japanese survive in a rigid system. And Mutturi Sukebe is one form of that escape. Is this hypocrisy or balance? Is hiding desire the same as being dishonest? Some people might think so. They see Mutturi Sukebe as two-faced, or even hypocritical. But in Japan, the line between truth and manners is blurry. Being respectful outside doesn't mean you're fake. It just means you're careful. It means you choose when and where to show your real self. This isn't hypocrisy. It's balance. A way to keep peace in public, while staying alive in private. Japanese people often live between two selves. Not out of shame, but survival. And isn't that true in many cultures, too? We all wear masks sometimes. We all hide thoughts we can't say aloud. So maybe Mutturi Sukebe isn't a contradiction. Maybe it's just human. How the West sees it. To many Westerners, Japan's sexual culture seems confusing. How can a country with strict manners also produce so much explicit media? Why do people who act shy enjoy bold fantasies in private? From the outside, it can look like a contradiction. Some even call it dishonest or repressed. But this view misses the deeper truth. In Japan, privacy is respected. Desire isn't shameful, it's just not always public. Unlike Western cultures that value open talk, Japan values subtlety, restraint, and emotional control. So when Japanese people stay quiet, it doesn't mean they have no feelings. It means they've learned to hold those feelings inward, to manage them without causing waves, to be discreet, not dishonest. If we judge by surface alone, we miss the beauty of what lies beneath. Embracing the hidden self. Mutturi Sukebe is often treated as a joke, but maybe it's something deeper. It reveals how Japanese people balance silence and desire, modesty and imagination, pressure and escape. It's not a flaw. It's a form of quiet strength. The ability to feel deeply, without needing to shout. In a world full of noise, there's power in restraint. And sometimes, the most honest part of a person is the one they show only to themselves. So instead of laughing at the hidden pervert, maybe we should admire the honesty behind the silence. Because everyone hides something, not just in Japan, but everywhere. What we choose to show, and what we choose to keep private, both are part of who we are. And in that quiet space, maybe we find the most human part of all. Cultural habits like this may seem small, but they reflect big ideas. How does your culture compare? Let's share and learn from each other. Leave a comment if you'd like. And please like and subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.